Good afternoon. It's November the 24th, and I'm not sure what the neighborhood's called. It might be Gardner Heights, although I think of that as being a little further west. But anyway, I'm just west of Prince of Wales and just north of Arcola. I had to pick something up out here, so I thought I'd do my walk. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's below freezing, but not too far below. This is Harding Street, I guess. Harding something that we're on, which is amusing to me because Harding is the name of my university in Arkansas. So we'll start walking. I don't know the neighborhood at all. I've never walked here, so this is a first. Bit of a park we'll start with here. This is my first daytime walk now with the new iPhone 15. The screen looks better. I don't know what that translates to video-wise, but it's attractive on the screen. I think it's higher resolution than the iPhone 13. This is probably what I'm reacting to. Sorry, I'm still missing my microphone. I haven't had another chance to look for it. But hopefully I'll find it. I'll be at the house again. We're staying at the condo while my wife recovers from some minor foot surgery, and so I'm not in the house like I normally am. So I have to be over there today because I'm caroling at Government House with Wascana Voices choir I sing with, self-directed choir. We did that last year, which was very cool. And although one does get tired of singing the same few songs over and over again, the crowd keeps changing, so you keep repeating yourself. But anyway, I have to go to the house to get ready for that, and I will hopefully, I have an idea now where it could be, although I can't prove it and I could be wrong, but hopefully I'll have a chance to find it. It's a nice little park. I don't know what it's called. Very small, but Regina is very good about having green spaces in residential neighborhoods, and so we're kind of in between backyards of houses. You can see the paths go here and there between the houses on this little bit of park here. Some of them have fences, some of them just the backyard bleeds into the park here. Ooh, gotta watch out. There is ice because we had a lot of melting and now it's gotten colder, so nothing is melting today. Again, I don't know what temperature it is. I would guess minus 4 or 5 maybe. I forgot to ask Siri, and Siri won't talk to me when I'm doing this. Something there I don't want to lose. It's been in my pocket and it's springy, so I just take care of that. I think I can honestly say today there is not a cloud in the sky as I look around the park here. I don't see any even wisps of them, just blue sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue sky do I see. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Anyway, everything's a song cue. Oh, the park continues, so let's continue on the park. I was thinking I'd walk up this street, but maybe we'll go on through the park and pick up the next one. When you're in love, my how they fly within. It's hard to stop once you start. I don't know when this neighborhood was built. I would guess the 80s from the style of the houses. Stop it. And it's what? 3:15. You can see how long the shadows are. The sun sets around 5 this time of year, and before long it'll be setting before 5 if it isn't already. When we drove up to Saskatchewan on Sunday, I checked to see when the sun would be setting, and it was in Regina that day. It was 5:08 p.m. Oh, look, it's a bridge. That means there's probably a little bit of water in here at other times of the year. But that was almost a week ago, so if it's not setting before 5 now, it's getting close to when it sets before 5. I haven't been doing morning walks because of everything else that's going on, but if I were, I would be walking in the dark. Let's go up this way. do my best not to get lost, but I can't promise anything. Christmas decorations starting to show up here, there, and everywhere. There are people who would like to convince you that celebrating Christmas is evil and wrong because multiculturalism and all that, but I say bah humbug to those people. None of that stuff resonates with me. Just quiet here. So far I've seen a few cars in the distance, but nobody has driven by me. I have to stick to the main roads. Mostly you get little cul-de-sacs like this. Bays, or whatever they might be called. Places, bays, that sort of thing. We haven't had any snow recently, but anywhere where it's shady, the snow has clung. It hasn't managed to melt even when it was well above freezing, so that's why there's still patches of it here. Out in the countryside, again, driving up to Saskatoon, didn't really see any snow. There wasn't any in Saskatoon. There is more in the forecast. Not huge amounts, but it'll start to accumulate now because it won't melt in between getting a centimeter here and a centimeter there. Last time I saw, they were predicting 5 to 10 centimeters in early December, but we'll see if that happens or not. Long-range forecasts are notoriously unreliable. There, see, people do live here. That's the first car that's gone by me. Staples Bay, named after the office supply store, I guess. Christmas decorations always look a little sad in the daytime. It's at night when everything goes alive with lights. Well, this is Truesdale. I don't want to cross it because it's busy, so I'll just go left down Truesdale and see where that takes us. Truesdale is a major drive. There's a second car. Wow. I have to really be careful crossing the road here with all this traffic. I think I made it. We were on Neff Road, in case you were wondering. I don't know who Neff was or why he got a road named after him. There you go. It's an odd name. Reminds you of Nerf. Yes, so tonight, caroling at Government House. Government House is a museum now, but at one point it was the residence of the Lieutenant Governor, and at one point, before Confederation, before there were provinces, everything that's now Western Canada and the Arctic, that whole vast Northwest Territories, it was all called then, was governed from here in Regina. You know, something larger than Europe. It was all governed from right here in Regina, in well, the Northwest Territory Administration Building, which was kind of the first Capitol building, is still on Dudney. It's not very much to look at, and I've never been in it. I don't even know if you can go in it, but it's still there. And the Government House was where the Lieutenant Governor lived. This was not the first Government House. There was an earlier one a bit further west than where this one is. This one, though, was built late 19th century, I think. I should know. I wrote the history book, but it's been a while. And it was almost destroyed by our, socialist government we had under Tommy Douglas. Didn't hold with such things. Don't get me started on that, but it was restored and turned into a museum, and then later expanded with a modern wing, the Queen Elizabeth II wing, which has some nice spaces in it and a bit of a exhibit area. And Queen Elizabeth II actually opened that back in 2005 when she was here. But we'll be performing in the ballroom, which was built in the 20s. So it's about 100 years old. It is a nice, very nice space for this sort of thing. They're having a Government House Christmas. Usually they call it a Victorian Christmas. some sort of green space over there if I took it. Just trying to decide. I know there's something more, but I have to cross Truesdale if I want to do it. Let's go across and see where this path takes me, because this is clearly a public path and not just an alley. Again, I'm just making this up as I go. And I don't know if I really want to be back here or not. It's definitely a public path. It's just, does it lead anywhere interesting or not? No, not really. It just takes you around the next street. Okay, worth exploring. I know there are some more, well, they're not green right now. They're kind of brown and white, but there are some more open spaces up here somewhere. I glanced at a map, but I didn't plan out my route very much, so let's see where it takes me. So across here, because this is a crosswalk. Carry on down Truesdale. Stuck in my head just because I sang it for a few minutes. Blue sky is smiling at me. Yes, stop it already. I think I got the phone balance better today. The gimbal is not doing that jerking thing it was doing last night. Like it was trying to correct and couldn't quite do it, which I find disconcerting. Seems to be working smoothly right now. Not putting the microphone receiver on it actually makes it easier to balance the camera, I think. But I do want to find that microphone, because although I'm sure you can hear me, on a windy day it can be really annoying and it just isn't as good. Although maybe with the new iPhone the sound is better without the microphone than it used to be. I don't really know. Only had it for 2 days. And yesterday was mostly spent trying to get it all loaded up with everything from the old phone. So I have all my apps, like this one. One reason I was a day or two later restarting walking after being away was that I didn't have the streaming app on the new phone because it hadn't transferred yet. The Wi-Fi at the condo is sluggish, and it was just too much to ask for it to upload all my apps. As soon as I got it over to the house, which has fiber optic cable to the house and therefore much higher transfer speeds, everything downloaded lickety-split, or splittity-lick. Yeah, I would say these are more 70s, these houses, or even 60s. So keep walking this way. The closer you get to the downtown, obviously the houses get older, is basically the way it works. The further out you are, the more you're hitting the more recent developments. And recent developments. Well, this is not too exciting here on Truesdale. I keep looking for somewhere more interesting to go. I haven't seen... I know there's more parks, but I don't know where they are. I thought they were on this side of Truesdale, but maybe they're more that way. Nothing immediately apparent, though. Just more houses when you look up these side streets. So far nobody has said hello, but I know you're there. I can see your little numbers on my display. 3 people on YouTube and 1 on Facebook is what it's telling me. That's the kind of giant numbers I get when I live stream. Although the videos themselves, over time, used to get a couple of hundred views or more. And hey, I've made like 25 bucks since I was able to monetize this. 25 whole bucks, approximately. Actually, it was over 25, then it went under 25 because it's all approximate. Wait, this is Harding again. It must curve around from where I was. There's a giant kind of crescent. So if I went that way, it would take me straight back to the car eventually. What time is it? I should actually keep an eye on that. 15 minutes. Well, go that way, down Harding, or carry on around a bit further. Let's go a bit further. It's only been 15 minutes. I think there might be a park up here. That'd be one of the ones I was thinking of. I see one of the blue park signs. On the writing front and the publishing front, everything's been disjointed because of the aforementioned spousal surgery. I have to be her legs right now because she can only hop around on one foot, so, and mostly she's supposed to be lying down with it elevated. So, there's definitely some sort of green space here because there's a, well, it's not green, but you know what I mean. So we'll go to our left because again, I don't want to cross Truesdale. We'll go down to the left here to see where that takes us. You keep going this way, you come to, let's see, Prince of Wales. Why is there a box of stuffed animals? That's weird. Confederation? This Confederation. Anyway, there's another main. Well, and there's the ring road over there. So we will. I think we can loop around. We'll find out. Over the storm channel here. I don't know if this is a natural creek or an artificial channel. It's hard to be sure. You can see the sun there. Hello, Johnny. So this will be the turnaround spot, and I'll start working my way back. I'll be working my way back to you. Very, very bright, the sun. It's almost like a giant fusion reactor hanging in the sky. The only thing protecting us from it is distance and a little bit of atmosphere, which is basically a line from the Expanse books, which I happen to be reading at the moment. After watching the TV series, I'm reading the books. There's somebody coming. I can barely see them, but there is. So that's Arcola there, the busy street. I have been in this park before, but I came from the other direction over there. What is the name of that street? Is it Confederation? Sad. I do like the way that the iPhone 15 seems to have adjusted for the sun a lot. Actually shows a sphere there, which is that's bigger than it would actually appear. So I'm not sure what the camera is doing there to make it look like that. It's interesting. Nope, the iPhone 13 wouldn't look quite like that. I don't think. I think I can turn right here, or do I have to go under the bridge and over the other side? Maybe I have to cross Arcola. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't think there's a way across on this side. I have to go all the way over to the other side and cross a footbridge. And then I don't know what's involved in getting back across again. So I'll figure it out when I get up here. There's a cell phone tower there, so I should be getting good 5G coverage at the moment. Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh Drive? Edinburgh. Is that the next one down? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to just repeat my walk, so if I can't cross, I will have to go under until I get to a footbridge over the storm channel. If the path goes to the right, I could go that way and work my way back. don't think the path goes that way either. I think we're stuck. Hi, Jeff. Thank you. Everything's a song cue if you don't know songs. That's why I'm always bursting into song. Well, I'm at 20 minutes. It's just down there. At some point there must be another way across Prince of Wales. I have to cross it at the far end. But I'm not particularly thrilled to be coming under the bridge here. Better than trying to go across, wouldn't want to jaywalk across Arcola, let's put it that way. We'll go under the bridge. But there are no trolls. Nope, no trolls. Just graffiti. The vandals are everywhere. And a very frozen, oh, it's quite a high bank on the other side. Very frozen stream here. Down under here. Probably has some open water somewhere. Okay, so I either go up to that intersection, cross back over there, and end up back on Truesdale, repeating myself somewhat, or I have to go all the way over there and down, and then I cross at that intersection up there. A choice. I must make a choice. Two roads diverged in a snowy field. Which one do I take? Well, I wasn't really planning to walk that far, so I think I'll go a bit further this way, cross at the intersection up here, and then find my way back down to Truesdale and follow Harding around back to the car. I think that's the plan. This part of the path I have walked on, but not recently. And not this time of year. It's all part of the same sort of multi-use pathway that I'm on when I'm closer to home and walking along the creek. I think there's about 44 kilometers of it in total, maybe more. So it's a substantial pathway system for bikers and pedestrians. Bikers as in bicyclists, not bikers as in leader of the pack. Not that kind of biker. Traffic keeps going on Arcola. There's a pedestrian crossing here with pedestrian light, so we will cross up here. Not on this light change clearly, but maybe on the next one if we get there in time. There's a little mall over here that I've started from a walk on a previous occasion. There's a nice art store there that my daughter gets stuff from sometimes. Black Dog, I think it's called. Is that right? Something like that. It's also the name of a pub in Ontario, so I could be confusing the two. Is there a sign that would tell me? Massage therapy. I don't think they have a sign on things. Alright, we'll catch the next light change here. It is Edinburgh. I finally figured it out. The Federation is somewhere. Another strip mall over there. I parked over there and walked a couple of times as well. Just watch the cars go by. There's probably a left turn signal before I get my crosswalk light. That takes you downtown. Or to the left is downtown. Once I get back to the car, I'll do one of these cars. On light. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yellow. Car's going through the yellow. Red. Left turn light. Those people ran the light. Just made the left turn there. Holding up all these people who are now turning left. And there's my light. No, University is what it is. University Drive. There's an Edinburgh around here somewhere. Actually, glad you have me with my deep knowledge of Regina to walk you through these things. We used to go buy dance supplies at a store in that building there when Alice was dancing. Now she's applying to study dance science in London. So, okay, well here's officially Gardner Park. The neighborhood is called Gardner Heights, which is funny because there's no heights. I don't think that would take me out anywhere. It might, but I'm going to walk on up here to the light and go down Truesdale again and over to Harding. Actually, I was just in somebody's house along here not that long ago for a wine event. Now there's the little strip mall I was talking about. There is a nice restaurant over there, at least there was. I think it's still there. That we've eaten at a few times. Kind of a, I think it's called Homestead or something like that. It's kind of a homey place. So I don't want to go in the Crescent. I want to go up to the light. Crescents never take you anywhere except crescent shapes. One of these houses along here, the same I was in. I don't know which one. They look pretty much the same. Endodontics. I don't even know what an endodontic is. That's where you find your endodontics. Now if this curves to the left, I could probably take it. Take it, so let's take it. I hope it works that way. Just to get away from University there, which is busy. Stratford Place. That's where we were for the wine event. Somebody's house there. Also, when I don't have my clip-on mic, it's better to be in a quieter environment for speaking purposes. Or Christmas decorations. Big up. Well, I'm on the way back. As soon as I get back, I have to go back to the condo. And from the condo, immediately go to the house where I will change for the caroling. I have to be at Government House at 5:15, which is only an hour and a half from now. So, all doable, but no rest for the wicked. Not that I'm wicked, that's just a saying. I'm really not. I'm a little bit wicked, and I'm a little bit rock and roll. More Stratford Place. That's why they all look alike. They were built at the same time by the same developer. I guess they're kind of semi-detached, some of them, or are they all connected? It's hard to tell. Not connected, but sharing walls. I'm sure this has to connect me to Truesdale up here. And I am right. Truesdale implies there's a false Dale somewhere, but I've never seen it. Alright, there will be a certain overlap now as I come back to where I just did that loop from. I think that's a natural creek. It doesn't really look like a storm channel. I could be wrong. I mean, it looks more like a storm channel on this side. On that side, because of the curve, it looks more natural, but perhaps the whole thing is artificial. It's hard to be sure. If you follow that up, yeah, you go up that way, there's this huge artificial lake with houses on it that looks like, I've been there before, and you kind of think, this is Regina, because it looks like you're on a, harbor somewhere in BC or something. Off my hat. I'll probably regret it for the one when I'm warm. So I've been up that way once or twice. Wood Meadows. In case you're wondering. You can see the sign going the other way. More good grass there, but I'm not 100% sure the next street is Harding. I think it is. Too late now. Again, random boxes. Stuffed animals. I guess hoping someday will pick them up. They're getting dirtier and dirtier the longer they sit there. Saskatchewan Voices that I'm caroling with tonight. Our big concert is a week from Sunday, and Lyric Singers, which my daughter and I are both singing with, has a concert December 1st and 2nd. If you go to reginalyric.com, you can read about that. Saskatchewan Voices, I guess, has a website. In fact, I'm supposed to be working on it, but it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, there's two of us that said we would look at revamping it, and we haven't revamped a thing yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, our concert, Saskatchewan Voices concert, is the First Presbyterian Church. Oh, we were married, my wife and I. December 1st and 2nd. No, sorry, December 3rd is Saskatchewan Voices. 1st and 2nd is Lyric, which is music of the Beatles and Burt Bacharach. And that's at Lakeview United Church. So if you're in Regina, please come. I'm singing when I'm 64 for the Beatles Bacharach concert. Over here, me do a solo. Other than the ones I do on here as I walk. I've better breath control. I'm not walking. I don't really get out of breath, but it does make a difference. That's a crescent, so we know what to take it. way. I know Harding will eventually curve around and take me back where I want to go. So if I don't find a shorter way, I'll just stick to it. You can see why you can get lost, because everything looks the same. He went left, which implies that this is not a crescent, so I might take it. It's a bay. Oh, well, he's going there then to stay. I can see Arcola up there, so Harding has to curve around pretty soon anyway. It's a bay, so it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, there's a little green space over there. Well, I guess that's the other end of the one I could have walked down and didn't. By the storm channel or the creek, whichever. Oh, I know that church roof ahead of me. I directed a play. It's a Lutheran church, and they had a national convention here, and for it, this was 2000, so I don't know. They had a kind of a musical. What it was called. I should remember the title, but I don't. Love Will Be Our Home, I think. And it was at the Center of the Arts, the big theater, now the Connexus Arts Center. And I directed it for them, so. Just a drive. It's a road. If I can go this way, it'll take me in the right direction. So that was the only time I've directed a show on a stage that size, but it went over very well. And I was doing Fiddler on the Roof, playing Tevi in Fiddler on the Roof with Regina Lyric. I think we were still light opera then, not yet Regina Lyric Musical Theater at the same time. So I remember singing If I Were a Richmond for the cast at the cast party. There you go. This trip down memory lane is brought to you by Depends. No. Not there yet, but if that was 23 years ago, which it was, in my early 40s. I was too young to play Tevye, really, in a way. Now I'm not really too old, but I would be a different Tevye doing him now. I'd love to do him again. It's a great role. One of my biggest roles, that one, Tony Esposito, not the hockey player, from The Most Happy Fellow was another major role I did. Leading role. Usually I had character parts more than leading roles. And The Fantastics, I've done El Gallo in The Fantastics twice, which is another great part. And a few secondary but major roles, quite a few of those, and just some small roles here and there too. So I've done a lot, but not as much as I wish I had. And I haven't done an actual show now for the last proper musical I did, I think, was Lurch, was the Addams Family musical, and I played Lurch, and that was in 2016 because it was the same as my 30th high school reunion. And yeah, no, 40th high school reunion, 2016. I've been trying to make myself 10 years younger than I am. And I really miss it, so I'm hoping to, I've auditioned for a couple of things, I haven't gotten anything, but I really hope to be part of Beauty and the Beast, which Lyric is doing in the spring. I'm just waiting for the audition notice there. Hi, Jerry. It's cold enough to snow here, for sure, well below freezing, but it's not actually doing anything. Not a cloud in the sky, as I've said earlier. Not too much further and I'll be wrapping this up. I think this is probably Harding up here, coming back around again. And it's just cars either to my right or to my left, I'm not sure which. Oh, this might be Neff. This might be Neff. Let's see. If it's Neff, then I could go back to the same park I came through, which might be just to the right. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I think it's about that here. I don't know for sure. -5, -6. A few degrees below freezing, but I didn't check and I can't tell. I'm walking fast enough that I took off my hat and my ears are cool, but not freezing. But there's nothing melting, so it's a good sign that it's below freezing. Far enough below freezing that even the little bit of solar heating you get with the sun this low, which is not much, because there it is, the sun is already that low and it's not even 4 o'clock yet. In summertime, you have to be walking at 9 o'clock to get the sun that low. Another drive. I think that must be the park I walked through right up there to my right. Which would make this Neff road in front of me. I just have to go back through the park and I'm basically where I left the car. Yeah, it's got to be what this is. Yes, because I walked by that house when I came out of the park. So we will repeat ourselves a little bit as we walk through the park. Going the other way, and I will be at the car. And that will be it for today. I'm overdue for a walk around the lake, but just hasn't worked out with the way things are right now. So you're lucky to get this. I don't want to hear any complaining. Still don't know what the name of the park is. We will now reverse walk through the park where we started, giving this a nice symmetrical shape as a walk of the day. What's the French word for walk? I should know that. Du jour. Perambulation du jour. Perambulation must be French, but probably not used just for a walk. Oof. What's the French word for walk? Anyone? How would you say walk of the day en français? Manger? No, that's eat. That's it. That's the park? No, it goes further that way. I'm still not on the street where the car is. Gotta go another short distance to more park. Sit down. Say-vous. Sit down. You sit down. Because teachers say that in French class. I think that's sit down. Or is that stand up? I don't know. I haven't had French since grade 7, so it's been a while. And while I'm exposed to it on all my cereal boxes and everything else, it doesn't translate into speaking it. All right, getting very close. I think I came that way, but we'll go this way. Or did I? No, I probably didn't. No, I didn't. So, still repeating myself. Still repeating myself. Still repeating myself. There you go. Mush, of course it's marsh. I knew that. Too much blood going to my legs and not enough to my brain. That's what that is. Mush du jour. Mush. I've sung more French than I've ever spoken. In fact, we're doing a French number with Wascana Voices. Also Estonian, which is different. Latin, of course, tons of Latin. Quite a bit of German, Italian. And French is probably right up there with the foreign languages you're most likely to sing but not speak. Estonian is a little unusual. We did a Ukrainian piece in our last concert, so I've done some of that too. Elvish. I've sung Elvish because there's this song cycle of songs from Lord of the Rings called The Road Goes Up Ron, which I've performed more than once. That doesn't come off very often. Come up, not come off. It doesn't come up very often. Elvish. Something like that. There you go. Little Elvish for Free, music by Donald Swan of the famous Flanders and Swan Music Hall duo. Okay, car's there, so we are back and we are done. Thank you for walking with me. If you haven't, please subscribe, and I shall return. Bye for now.